Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hi everybody. I am Dr. Mujahid Buneri. Welcome to the channel. Today I am going to talk about a very common disorder of thyroid gland, which is hypothyroidism, and how to manage it without taking medicine. I will also talk about those who are already on thyroxine treatment for hypothyroidism and their symptoms do not improve. This video is also helpful for management of hypothyroidism in pregnancy. Before going to the management of hypothyroidism, first I would like to focus on what is primary hypothyroidism. Normally, pituitary gland in the brain produces thyroid stimulating hormone, which stimulate thyroid gland to synthesize T3 and T4. In return, these T3 and T4 will inhibit pituitary gland to stop synthesis of TSH by negative feedback mechanism. In primary hypothyroidism, thyroid gland do not produce T3 and T4, and hence pituitary gland will produce more TSH. This is the only test which we will advise to check whether thyroid gland is functioning normally or not. If thyroid gland is not functional, then TSH will be elevated. This test will also tell us whether the diet or medicine is working or not in controlling hypothyroidism. Normal TSH level is 0.5 to 5.0 milli-international unit per liter. A lot of researchers agreed on the statement that there is no need of taking medicine when TSH level is up to 10 milli-international unit per liter. Try to manage hypothyroidism with diet and prevention methods. When TSH is up to 10 milli-international unit per liter. Whenever TSH level is increased beyond 10 milli-international unit per liter, then medicine is needed. Today, I will give you diet chart for management of hypothyroidism when TSH is up to 10 milli-international unit per liter. Secondly, always remember, iodine belongs to halogen family. It is a group of elements that include fluorine. Fluorine is present in toothpaste and it is toxic because it causes hypothyroidism, especially in children. Chlorine is another member of halogen family which is used in water supply for cleaning. It also causes hypothyroidism. Another member of this family is bromine. It is used in bread available in market. It also causes hypothyroidism. Therefore, I request you all that do not give white bread to the children, and also don't allow children to do toothbrush with toothpaste that contain fluoride. It is also requested that do not take white bread in pregnancy. Another important recommendation is that first you will have to treat or manage fatty liver, then your T4 will be converted into T3. If your thyroid gland is working properly, but your liver is fatty and you are gaining weight, T4 will not be converted into T3. So, first you have to prevent or treat fatty liver. The diet chart recommended for prevention and treatment of fatty liver include 4 things. First, avoid taking refined carbohydrate such as white bread, rice, flour, maize and potato. Second, do not take refined sugar like raw sugar and sugar containing drinks like juices, etc. Third, avoid taking processed food such as biscuit and all type of bakeries. Fourth and the last thing is don't take vegetable oil like canola, dalda and soybean oil, etc. By avoiding these things in your diet, the problem of fatty liver will be solved and you will get rid of insulin resistance and hypothyroidism. Another important point which I would like to point out is related to pregnancy. In pregnancy, the requirement of iodine is increased 2 to 3 times before planning for pregnancy or during first visit to gynecologist after pregnancy. These 3 tests must be done: TSH, T3, T4, HbA1c and complete blood count. Complete blood count is for checking hemoglobin. Do not take iron or folic acid for low Hb because the iron which is taken for iron deficiency anemia is not heme iron. It is toxic to liver. Heme iron is the digested form of iron and it is present in red meat. So red meat is highly recommended for iron deficiency anemia, specifically in pregnancy. Now I am going to talk about hypothyroid diet chart. First of all, those people who take thyroxine for hypothyroidism, always take it early morning on empty stomach. After taking thyroxine tablet, do not eat for 1.5 to 2 hours. Other medications that contain calcium or zinc should be taken 4 to 6 hours later because food and supplements decrease the absorption of thyroxine. Two hours after taking thyroxine, drink a glass of ginger lemon plus salt water or take a glass of coriander seed water. Use this for 2 months and then test your TSH. One hour after taking ginger water or coriander seed water, take your breakfast. Take 2 to 3 half-fry eggs with running yolk. Eggs contain iodine, selenium and zinc. Only iodine is not needed for thyroxine synthesis. It also requires zinc, selenium and vitamin A. You can also take 150 gram of Greek yogurt because it contains iodine. Take 100 gram of beef because it also contains iodine, zinc and selenium, etc. Take 4 to 5 walnuts since it contains iodine, selenium and omega-3. After that, you should take second meal at evening or night. During second meal, you should take 100 gram or more of green leaf salad Take 200 gram of cucumber and 100 gram of cauliflower. It has two advantages. First, it will detoxify the liver, so it helps in fatty liver, and secondly, it blocks estrogen synthesis.